the weekend. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Thank you so much for joining me, everybody here. Lord, we got the hurricane sliding in. We've got a bunch of stuff going on. This weekend we got college football going on. Got a bunch of people tell me, hey, right now, Washington Huskies, hey there, how you doing, college football maniac, 81 Clemson Tiger. Good to see you, good to see you. Thank you so much for joining me, Aaron. Y'all all been good. A lot of people don't know this. 81 Clemson Tiger was one of my very first subscribers. I don't even like to say subscribers. To me, it's just y'all coming in here hanging out with me. I know we on the screen and everything, but it's just nice to hang out with you. It's good to hang out with you. Thank you for joining me. Hit the like button if you like. Remember, hit that subscribe button. It'll let you know when I'm going to be on and such. Of course, yesterday I was doing a live stream. My phone ended up dying on me. I was talking about Clemson, what was going on. Big deal going on. I was talking about how I have concerns about our offensive scheme, what's going on. Seemingly scared to death to throw the ball downfield, which if any of you would like to bring up, if you'd like to bring up a name that doesn't always have the best feeling for especially Clemson fans, Steve Spurrier. Steve Spurrier, I mean, let's be honest. Y'all know me. I'm going to tell the truth no matter who it is, and I'm going to compliment no matter who it is. Steve Spurrier ran up thousands of yards when he was at Florida by throwing the ball downfield. Ike Hilliard, Riddell Anthony, Chris Doering. I mean, they threw the ball downfield. Jaquez Green, I can remember it like it was yesterday. I remember those days. He was not afraid to air it out if he had the receivers to do it. Hey, don't be throwing stuff downstairs! I'll have to fix that! I love those kids to death, but they throw stuff downstairs. I'm sorry. Love you! Yeah, Aaron, I'm talking about you. Buddy, you've always been famous. It sounds like a Triceratops. That's Bobby Dirkens Jr. Hey, Brody, good to see you. Yeah, Aaron, I'm talking about you. Why wouldn't I? You are famous. You've been famous for a long time. Thank you so much. But, I'm just serious. Clemson's got to throw the ball downfield. They got to stop being scared of it. If I had that talent on my team at wide receiver, and that deep, I would air raid everybody. And then when people started air raiding, what would I do? I'd start handing it off to one of the 4 amazing running backs we have. So, anyway, I talked about that yesterday, but unfortunately my phone died. And if you go and you watch it, especially for people who doesn't really know the geographic layout of South Carolina, they probably thought the hurricane hit me and killed me. Which I would expect to become some type of folklore. So if y'all can work out that for me, I'd appreciate it. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me. Look for college football weekend. This is the greatest time of the year. I live in the South where Jesus is Lord, football is king, and I'm just one of the preachers. You know what I'm saying? I love it so much. It's a Friday. You can't get any better than a Friday. Can't get any better than a Friday. You name me one thing outside of Clemson football that is better than a Friday. And if you can, I'll punch you in the face. Don't do something like your grandma. That's a piss move. Uh-oh. I hear the kids coming down here. Y'all forgive me. Hear them down here. We'll tell you about this. We'll tell you about this right now. This weekend, you know, of course, hurricane's going into town. Clemson and we have the hurricane coming in. We have Georgia Southern tomorrow. We have Georgia Tech next week. We're facing the same offense 2 weeks in a row. I think that plays into our favor. It's good for us to warm up. I was talking about yesterday, and you need to check this out. The guy who's playing quarterback for Georgia Southern was actually offered by Clemson to come play defense for them. The guy was a Shrine Bowl player from the state of South Carolina, played down at Newberry, their high school. I mean, this guy had outrageous numbers. They wanted to play offense or play defense. He wanted to stay a quarterback. I respect that, but he's got a really good story. Of course, I'm pulling for my Tigers, but it's always good to see something like that. Jace the Tiger. Jace, I don't know if we've talked, buddy. Good to see you. Thank you so much for joining me. Good to see you, buddy. Let's talk about where we're at in college football. Justin, good to see you. You know what's better? I tell you this, mouth farts I don't mind. It's those bare butt farts. You know, when you get out of the shower, it's steamy, you feeling extra clean, then you break Quinn, and then you realize there's nothing like denim or underwear that ends up breaking up the fart smell, and it goes directly from the butt crack from one hole to the next. Hey, Space Mountain, good to see you. I've been meaning to get me some tickets to Space Mountain. Unfortunately, hadn't been able to get that for a while. Do y'all know a season pass to Disney World cost $1,000? Then you got to go down there and stay. And Lord. Wife wants me to stay up and watch Ozarks with her. So, I had to drink some coffee. A lot of cats to euthanize today. A lot of cats to euthanize. Let's talk about college football. It's the reason I'm on here. Where we're standing right now in college football, where we're at right now, I can talk about Clemson all day long. Of course, Clemson, to me, if Clemson decides to stop being scared on the offensive side of the ball, you can go ahead and take it to the bank. They'll win the national championship. It just is what it is. Hey, Herbert Bradford, good to see you, buddy. Thank you for joining me. Talking about that Tennessee-Florida game. Remind me to talk about that in just a second because I do want to talk about that. That's a confusing game for me. That's a confusing game. But of course, Clemson's front runner to me for the national championship. I don't care what happened last week. Texas A&M, I'm not saying this because Texas A&M just come out and played them hard. It's because Texas A&M has the talent and they have the coaching to do it. Elko is a good defensive coordinator. Ask Notre Dame. Very good defensive coordinator. They did a lot to get him up there, and then Jimbo did even more to get him down to Texas A&M. So I think A&M's going to be a little better. Okay, in fact, a lot better than what a lot of people think. They might have a hiccup here or there because he's still installing the culture there. It is what it is. Ohio State. They play tomorrow against Texas Christian. Big deal there. You need to be very, very concerned with that ball game. But I'm going to tell you right now, I think the Ohio State players is taking it extremely personal. Paul Jameson, one of the guys I've talked to, he and I had a great argument on Volunteer Roadshow's show about 2 weeks ago tonight. 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks ago. And let me go ahead and tell you, hey, Jay Bolton, good to see you. How's it going? It's Friday. You tell me how it's going. It's going good. Good to see you. But Paul Jameson, I like Paul. Just because I argue with you doesn't mean I don't like you. Hey, Sue, my favorite Ohio State fan right there, Sue Kavanaugh. Sue, thank you for joining me. I mean, quite honestly, I believe Ohio State is taking this very, very personal. And they should. My big thing that I'll step out and say about Ohio State is if they make it to the end of the season undefeated, we know it's a no-brainer they're in. Not only do they deserve to be in, Bobby Dirkens Jr.'s down here. Not only do they deserve to be down here. Are you trying to steal time from Daddy? Yeah. Hey, listen. I'm down here. Listen to me. I love you more than the next breath I'm about to take, but I'm entertaining the masses, son. Yeah. Acting like his mama, wanting all the attention. Yeah, thank you. Anyway, you know, Ohio State said they could lose one game, they're still in contention, right? Will you say go Tigers? Say go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
See, they said it.
Look on my head.
We're looking, I tell you this, I think that we're looking at Clemson I do agree with you. Clemson, Ohio State. Clemson, Ohio State. Oklahoma's playing awfully strong. It's just the thing, when they play further into the season, where will they be at? All right? That's any team. That's Clemson. That's Alabama. But here's the deal. I truly believe that we're going to be the Big Ten has really stepped back in the past 2 weeks. In the past 2 weeks, what my thought on the Big Ten was kind of dropped a little bit. Thank you, cute kid. Thank you so much for saying that. I think he gets his good looks from his mama. What was that old rap song they said? She gets it from her mama. I've never been much of a rapper. But anyway, no, I really do. I believe what we're looking at is Ohio State's gonna run the gamut with the Big Ten. They're going to end up playing Wisconsin at the very end of the year, and they're going to do what they did to Wisconsin so many times. They're going to mug them in the conference on live national television. Oklahoma, if they continue the route they're on, they're going to get in. This is the year that you could see 2 SEC teams not get in, no matter how good a season they have. It's going to be one team. If Oklahoma, Ohio State, and Clemson go undefeated, or if they win their conferences. At that point, Georgia and Alabama, if there's a 2, even if it comes down both undefeated, they meet in Atlanta, it's going to be a very difficult. It's going to take a lot of hair on your unmentionables to tell them to tell Oklahoma and Ohio State that you can't get into the big game, big playoff, because we want Georgia or Alabama in at the same time. It's just not. But anyway, I think that's where we're at. Talking about the Florida-Tennessee game tomorrow. My big friend, Russell Harrison, thank you so much. Thank you so much. He's a good boy. Paul Jameson, buddy, I know who you are. About 2 or 3 weeks ago, you and I argued, and I want to tell you I had the most fun in the world. Thank you so much for coming on here. If y'all don't know Paul, Paul's got a good channel. Go check him out. You might be sitting here going, well, Bobby, he's up there in Ohio. I know. But you know what? Here's the deal. See, he's calling me Barney right now. I like it. I like it. I'll take it. I'll take it. Go check him out. He's good people. He's a lot of fun. He's good people. But here's the deal. I live in Atlanta, but huge Ohio State fan. I won't get too personal, but I do know Atlanta pretty well. Are you in Alpharetta? Or are you sitting in Douglasville or Cartersville or maybe down there in Cumming? Or if you don't want to say, that's fine. That's fine. I'm not going to piss blood over it. But Lawrenceville off 316, that's big. Look at that. That's big. That's awesome. Well, Paul, thanks for joining me, buddy. It's always good to have people like you. Not too far from Atlanta. You're right. Or from Athens. You're right. You're right. I've been meaning to make my way down to Athens and maybe have a few ice-cold beers. Gwinnett County, where everybody is a somebody. That's true. I like it. I like it. Paul, thanks for being on here, buddy. I enjoyed arguing with you. Maybe me and you can get back on Road Show, or maybe Pigskin Pete Show. Maybe we can argue a little more if that's good for you. I'd like that. That'd be a lot of fun. Gabe, thank you for joining me real quick. Appreciate it. Let's talk about Florida, Tennessee. I've already told you my brother-in-law, Bubba, he graduated from Tennessee with a degree in taxidermy. He can do some beautiful things with dead animals. I can't even begin to go into the great things that he's done. Jay Bolton says, have you heard of Uncle Lou? Lord, yeah, I know who Uncle Lou is. You know me and Uncle Lou's never talked before. I like him. I know he's a big Georgia fan. Have a lot of respect for Georgia. Of course, I'm a Tiger. Pull for my Tigers. There's my boys. But a lot of respect for Uncle Lou. He's cool. You know, a few weeks ago, I said that I felt like that Florida would probably He said he just started watching you too. Really? Uncle Lou said he just started watching me. Well, that is awesome. I didn't know about that. I don't get to watch even some of the guys I know. I don't get to watch them enough because, you know, I have that job. The county hired me to euthanize all the animals that they need off the streets. And I tell you, we've had an overflowing of kittens. I gave some of the kittens away, but those cats, I've had to euthanize them. Y'all forgive me. I know if Peter gets hold of this, they're going to barf all over me, but it is what it is. It feeds this young man right here. Is that the Hulk? Will you do the Hulk for me? Do the Hulk. That's not the Hulk.
The Hulk smash.
Hulk smash. All right. You got to get out my podcast, Buckeye. You got to get on my podcast, Buckeye Boys podcast. Paul Jameson, he has Buckeye podcast. Y'all need to check it out, and I need to get on it. Thanks, Paul. I appreciate it. I think he's adorable. He's a good boy, and got Bobby Dirkens Jr. over here. He's a strapping lad. That blows me away that Uncle Lou's been watching. Uncle Lou's, I didn't know about Uncle Lou until last year. There's Bob Dirkens Jr. making a cameo. Son, are you waving at people or are you having an epileptic fit?
Both.
That's good. Dwayne Rush says, hey, Bobby. Good to see you, Dwayne. Paul Kelly, I see you joining me back there. I'm naming off names like I'm reading an obituary. Bryson Barnes, I'm going to get to you in just a second. Well, anyway, let's talk about Tennessee. I'm going to get back to this. Just a few weeks ago, I felt confident that Florida was going to beat Tennessee. Not by some landslide. I felt like they were going to beat them just because of this, that, or the other. I will go ahead and tell you, I know that a lot of you are probably thinking that Kentucky beating Florida for the first time in a long time means that Florida just absolutely sucks. Well, I personally believe that it's a little bit of both. I think Kentucky's got better. I think that Florida is struggling. I don't think that y'all need to start counting off Dan Mullen. I don't think so. I think Dan Mullen's still a good coach. To do the things he did at Mississippi State, you have to understand he was turning piss into wine. He did it. That's my little alarm, lets me know something's going out the door. Hey, are you okay? You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
They're fine. But I will tell you this. I think I was leaning toward Florida was going to win this game. Now I don't know who's going to win it. I mean, I know sometimes a lot of people gets on here, you start watching this, and you're sitting there, you're asking these questions like, you know, who do you think's going to win, and I'm supposed to tell you? I can honestly tell you between Tennessee and Florida and how things are going, I ain't got the foggiest clue. I mean, Maury Povich has a greater idea of who the daddy is of this particular deal than anybody else.
A veggie straw.
Yeah, that's right. That's a veggie straw. Her mama's gotten him eating the healthy food when he takes a doo-doo now. You know, because he's eating a healthy food. Doesn't look like regular turds. It looks like wicker chairs. Good job, buddy. Somebody just asked if I'm near the hurricane. No, I'm in the upstate of South Carolina. Thank y'all for who has been checking on me. Yeah, I'm up here in the upstate of South Carolina. So I'm fine. I'm alive and well. Be good. Thank you for checking on me. I do appreciate it. I still don't know what's going on because I'm going to tell you this. I thought Tennessee was going to play West Virginia better.
Hey, Daddy.
And when I say better, I mean actually compete. You did?
Yeah.
That's good. But with that said, Tennessee didn't even show up to the game. I'm not trash talking Tennessee. Don't have any problem with Tennessee. But you didn't show up to the game. We had an hour and a half layoff, man. I mean, come on. So did West Virginia. You know? Aaron down there in Clemson, he's in Columbia. Y'all be praying for him. But y'all stay safe. Y'all need to come up here and stay at the house. You just let me know. Huge Bama fan. I hope you're not mad at me, Dwayne says. No, I'm not mad at you. You pull for who you pull for. You know, it is what it is. Kevin Singleton's good old Rocky Top. Or Rocky Flop. Whoever fixed their offensive line between Florida and Tennessee will win. Pretty much. Quarterback play will be big. Offensive line, quarterback play. That's what that game's going to hinge on. You know. Thomas, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Somebody was talking about my thoughts on the Clemson football staff. I'll finish the Florida thing. Hey, George. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that whoever the home team is, I can't remember where it's at. I think it's at Florida. Is it at Florida? Does anybody know where the Florida-Tennessee game's at? I can't remember right off the top of my head. Y'all forgive me. Man. I say Florida. I say Florida wins. I say Florida wins. Hey, don't be screaming. I'm here entertaining the masses. Everybody, thank you so much for checking me out. Son, don't cry on national television. To Tennessee. Herbert, thank you for watching me. You say you're new. Thank you for watching me. I appreciate it. Bobby Dirkens Jr., come over here and sit down beside me. Might as well get all the boys up in here. Dave, I'm like, don't break my couch. I ain't made a bunny. Bobby Dirkens Jr. and Bobby Dirkens Jr. It's right here as part of the family tree. What are you doing? Are you hiding? I know you when I'm spooked out. No, let's. I mean, in all seriousness, do I have any Gamecock fans in my family? Yes. Yes, I do have Gamecock people in my family. They also were in a home right now. I don't know what you're saying in my ear. Son, are you speaking Swahili to me?
No, he's speaking Chinese.
Speaking Chinese. Bobby Dirkens' family.
He's been watching those videos, remember?
Yeah, he's been watching those special videos. Okay, go find your mama and bother her.
Mommy.
Thank y'all for being patient with me. Got the family here. Yep. See those braces he's got? I could buy season tickets for the next 4 years at Clemson. And not crappy seats either. Who do you think wins the Bama-Ole Miss game? You know, last I checked, I didn't check the lines today. I think that Bama was a 21-point favorite. I think Bama wins it, but I don't see a 21-point spread. Son, get back here, boy. Get back here. I think it could be closer, but just for me saying that, Dwayne, all of a sudden, Lord knows, out of nowhere, they'll come out and beat them by 50. But Ole Miss is a little better, I think, than what we think. I think the big thing that we knew about them was dealing with Ole Miss, that they were losing a quarterback, Shea Patterson, going up to Michigan. And even me, I got kind of caught up in it, and I was thinking, oh, man, they've lost all this talent. They still got a ton of talent down there, whether it was picked up by hookers or not. Well, I'll tell you this. Going back to Alabama, I think they'll win the ball game. Definitely win the ball game. Real quick, I'll talk about this, and then I'm gonna go. When I get off of here, I do want to let you know Volunteer Roadshow is doing a live call-in show. I might call in there if it's all right. But the game is at Tennessee. If the game's at whoever the home team is, I think will win. Well, y'all be good. I'll say this real quick. I just hope that I just hope that Clemson fixes their offense. They're not afraid to throw the ball downfield. You have more weapons than the United States. So go ahead and do that. I mean, use it. I do lean towards whoever the home team is in Tennessee and Florida, they're going to win. I would be okay with either quarterback as long as they open it up. But, well, listen, Volunteer Roadshow is on. So, if you're watching this live, switch off of me. Go check him out. Y'all be good. Remember, I'm Bobby Dirkens no matter what. I'm Bobby Dirkens. I'm right. And if you disagree with me, more than happy to tell you you're wrong. Bobby Dirkens.